Hello everyone, it's Walnut. Today I'm going to be showing you on how to make a FiveM server. This will cover how to make it if you're using a VPS, dedicated server, um, and then if you're just using a game server, it should be about the same. They should already have it set up and everything. You just gotta add the mods, scripts, vehicles, EUPs, whatever you need. Um, but yeah, also this will cover if you're just needing a test server on your own PC or your home server. It don't matter. But first, we need to go to FiveM.net. I'll make sure to leave a link, all links I am using down below. But next, you will need to click host your own server. It's your own. I probably should explain this. When you go on FiveM.net, under download client, it says create your own server. You need to click that. Then under create a server, you need to click host your own server. Once you're sorry. I'm a little sick. Once you are on this page right here, you will see Ultimate Easy Setup Guide TXAdmin. One of the easiest ways to do it if you're brand new to this. So you'll go ahead and click that. It'll bring you here. You'll want to click Windows Server Build Listing. Once it brings you this web page, you will want to click the latest version up here. It might say a different number. That would be completely fine. Just get the latest one. So once you download that, you'll need to make sure you have WinRAR, 7-zip. I have a link for both those in the description if you need them. But once that gets done downloading, real quick, let's head to XAMPP. It should pop up AMP, installers, and downloads. This will basically be your database for the server. You'll want to click, once you're on this page, download for Windows. You'll of course open this, you can close that. And then so your download will start shortly. And then boom. There it goes. That's downloading. Alright. Sorry. Now open up your file explorer or whatever you're using really. Go to the folder you're hosting the server in. As for now, I'm hosting on one of my SSDs on a folder called test server for YT. You will want to create another folder called server. Go inside that folder and then go back to the server.7z. Open that. It'll ask if you're using WinRAR and do you want to open this file. It's completely safe. It's fine. Once you open it, you should see all of this. Oh, sorry. Let's just close that out there. Alright. Once you see all of this right here, then just do Control A and then drag it into the server folder right here that we made. It might take a little depending on your internet speed, what you have running already, and then boom. It will all be over here now. So we can just go ahead and close this server.7z. We don't need that no more. Alright. Where you dragged all of the DLL files, the citizen, I believe that's what it is. You will want to scroll down. It'll be about towards the end, middle. It will be called fxserver.exe. You will want to double click that. It might say Windows protected your PC. It's completely fine. But on older versions of, let's see, this, the server build, it won't say that. So you can always go with a lower version, like 25770. I just like getting the newest version so I'm up to date. But just click run anyways. It'll open command prompt. It'll show starting server. And do you want to allow public and private networks to access this app? Just allow it. That's how people will be able to connect to your server basically. Once you click allow, it should automatically open localhost 40120. So and it should already fill out the PIN right there. So you can click link account, make sure this is your FiveM account. If it is not, and you, let's say, buy a server key or have assets in your portal and you add them to the server, but it's not owned under your CFX account, they will not work at all. So just click continue. You'll want to set up a backup password here. You do not need to sorry, fill out the Discord ID unless you want to, but for backup password, I'm just put something. Red, yeah. You can read over that if you want. No, thank you. Change this to your server name. I'm gonna just say you to test. I think I spelled that wrong. No, I didn't. Heck, I don't know. I'll find out later. Then this will show you popular recipes, just a normal server, no framework, nothing, just a config. Then ESX Legacy, that's for like economy servers, let's say, Qbox, economy mostly, QBcore, economy basically. Redem basic server is for Red Dead Redemption, so we will not be covering that. But, and then existing server data would be for servers you have created. Like here, I can give an example. Like this right here. This is a server I'm currently working on called Knox County Roleplay. I'll also leave a link in the description for this. Currently building it. I'm using the framework ND Core. That will be one of my next videos on how to install ND Core. Because in my opinion, I like it. There's not always a lot of scripts for it though, I will say. But yeah, let's get back to the actual video. But yeah, for now, and then remote URL is like here, ND framework right here. Like that. Custom, that's your own that you made. But let's just do the CFX default for now. Now. Then recipe deployer. You don't gotta look over at. Click next. Now this is where you need to get your CFX license key. Make sure not to share this with no one. As you can see, I already have one made for my server that I am creating. But yeah, you wanna, when you get to this page, it might ask you to sign in. Make sure you sign into the same account that you used on TXadmin over here. And yeah, you will want to click generate key. Then the display name, that will be like that. It won't affect nothing. It's just for your knowledge. on what this license key is used for, what server it is, basically. So I'm gonna just call it YouTube test server. Generate. Once it is generated, you want to come over here and click copy. It should have copied. Come back to TXAdmin, paste it there. Then you want to click run recipe. Wait. Yep. While this is running, you can go ahead and open AMP up. Also, if you're just installing a framework by default, you will need to have, okay, this is because I already have it installed, but you'll need to have AMP, like, sorry, up and running, basically. If you're gonna choose like ESX, QB Core, QBox, ND Core, VRP, all of those, Mythic framework, but not by default. It will show that all of these are checked off. But in reality, all you need is MySQL and PHP MyAdmin. But I personally just like checking all of them, just so if I ever do need one for some reason, here I'll have to pick a new folder, maybe. Yes, I have to pick a new folder. Or wait, here, give me 1 second. Wow, this ain't going. Yeah, man. I uninstalled AMP just for this, and now it ain't doesn't work. Here, just delete the whole folder. Yep. So yeah, it will not give you that error if you have never installed AMP before. But go ahead and click next. Language, English or Dutch. But this is an English tutorial, so keep it English. Setup is now ready to begin installing AMP on your computer. Just click next. Also, I forgot to mention at the start of the video that I'm also going to be showing how to install vMenu in the server. And along with the next video on how to install ND Core at the first part, the beginning, I'm going to show you how to set up permissions and yeah, basically. Or I'll show you some part of the video. It's something. Alright. But we can go back here, just click next. Alright. Now, you don't gotta edit your FiveM server right away, but I personally like changing the SV underscore enforce game build to 3407. It's one of the newest ones out there. And then you don't need this bottom dollar bounty out there. You can keep it, delete it. I don't care. Next, you should be good. Unless you want to edit this YouTube test. We won't edit none of that right now. But once you click setup and run or whatever it said, I don't remember, it should start running. And then let's go ahead and open FiveM up. And it should just show. I'll also make a tutorial on how to port forward probably later on. It will only be for like VPSs and dedicated servers if you're using one. Also, if you don't know what a VPS is, it's a virtual private server. Um, you can get them in Linux, Windows, probably under ones, but yeah. But once you load on FiveM's main menu, you should see to the left under Browse Servers, connect to whatever your PC's name is on LAN. You will want to click that, and it will start connecting you. Of course, it will not have no loading screen, nothing fancy on it, but I'll show you how to get that working. I'm also working on a tool that creates loading screens and all that for people to be helped with. Oh, you hear that GTA music? See, and now we have loaded in to your own FiveM server. This server has no vMenu, nothing. Like, here, I can show you. Nothing. No resources at all. Alright. So, I'm gonna wait for AMP to get done installing and show you. Just had to easily set it up because you will need to start running it if you are using scripts that require a database. So, yeah, like Indie Core, most of its stuff requires a database automatically. So yeah, right here, let's go ahead and quit. Let's go ahead and just turn off the server. Alright, that's still packing. Alright, we can close the registration keys in the building. I'd suggest leaving TXadmin open for you. Now, what you want to do is search vMenu. When you search vMenu, you should see Tom Groby, sorry if I said that wrong, / vMenu from GitHub. You will want to click on that. It should bring you to releases. If it does not, and it's just this, on the right hand side, it should say releases. Now, personally, I can't remember if it's the new vMenu updates or the old ones, but it's like oh sorry, what was that? The text is kind of smushed, but it's alright. That's just AMP doing its thing. About done. But once you're on releases, you want to scroll down to assets, click vMenu, and then whatever version it is, go ahead and download it. Then once it gets done downloading, you'll have all of this stuff in it. And this is a brand new one because you can see the tattoos there. And I believe, yeah, tattoos and extra add-ons. I don't know, it's something there. But just keep that open. Now let's go back to this resources. I create a new folder called, let's see, bracket menus. So this can be for like vehicle spawners, really anything that you need. Then in this folder, I would create a folder called vMenu. Make sure the M is capitalized, because if it isn't, then vMenu will not run at all. Then you want to drag all of the stuff in the zip file into vMenu. Then you can close the zip. Alright, once you're back in the vMenu folder, hit config. Now cut permissions.cfg down to FiveM basic server cfx where your server.cfg is. Then you want to paste it in there, and then go into your server.cfg. I suggest putting this at the main top, exec, and then permissions.cfg. So I like to personally go and copy it so that you do not mess up spelling at all. Also, while we are in server.cfg, make a new line under like these resources will start by default. I like putting it like a space apart, ensure, and then the folder you created earlier, the menu folder right here. I always copy it, just make sure I don't spell nothing wrong. Oh, I'll just type it bracket. It automatically does 2 brackets for you, so you will not need to do that. Menus. There we go. Now, anything in this folder right here will start automatically. Yeah. So you won't have to do like ensure vMenu, ensure vehicle 1, vehicle 2. It saves up a lot of room. And then you can also, fun tip, you can also do a bracket, like you did on the main folder in resources. You can do that same thing in this, like let's say test with a bracket, and that becomes a subfolder. So when you can also put stuff in there, and you do not need to ensure it in your server.cfg. So let's go ahead and make sure our server.cfg is saved. Alright, I'm going to delete this test as I don't need it. Now, let's see if, you can start the control panel now. Alright, when you do, like before you start up your server, this is, you have to, let me go ahead and pin this to my taskbar like it was. Now, you need to start apps, whatever the top one is right here, apps and MySQL. Yeah, I'm gonna move that to my second screen right there. Alright. Now we can go back to the server. I turned mine offline. If you did, that's completely fine. All you gotta do is click the restart server button. And as you can see in our console right here, it says started resource vMenu. So now we can go ahead and load up FiveM, and vMenu should be in. So let's have FiveM run real quick. I don't know why it always says this when I own GTA. Alright, once you are loaded in, if you have connected to the server before, like I did, it will pop up last connected server. You can just click connect. If you did not connect to the server, you go under browse servers and it should say connect to your PC's name on LAN. So just click that or connect on the last connected and you'll be fine. Just let it do its thing, let it load. Alright, so I've loaded in there. So for you, vMenu will be F1 or M. And then once you pop up vMenu, you should see all of these options here. For like online players, band players, player options. Oh, sorry. That's my some of my graphics mods. God mode, all that. I'll show you how to disable these. No clip, vehicle information, options, whatever. Spawner, add-on vehicles. See, this is what I was talking about. On newer versions of vMenu, it seems like they're kind of pushed together, but that might also be because there's nothing like on that slot. But also look at these right here. I think that's also because those are not in this server. But yeah, world options, you can change time, early morning. Like, look at that. We can set it to midnight. We can toggle, oh, a blackout. Pretty cool. Vehicle blackout. Oh, okay, I see what that does. It disables the vehicle's lights when you toggle a blackout. Extra sunny, you can set it. Let's see. No. Like pretty sunny there, flashbang. We can always set it to a blizzard if you like that. It'll take about 30 seconds for it to actually work.
Goodness me.
Huh. Let's see, is it gonna work? Ah, there we go. So if you're in the winter, you can always make it snow if needed. But yeah, pretty nice there. Make it snow right there. You make it thunder. Oh. Should start thundering soon. Oh. And snowing. I think that extra sunny is very something. Or is it? I think it's because of the snow. But this is how you install just a basic server with vMenu. So next video I will show you how to install ND Core. I may just, instead of just installing it straight into the server, I may do it one of the simplest ways. And yeah, this tutorial these tutorials I should say are showing you how to make a vMenu server. No, not an economy server, but they can still be helpful for economy. They just might not be the, let's see, not be, they might not have like the right mod, like scripts for you, but they still can be helpful. Like this one, it shows you how to set up a server. If you didn't want the vMenu, you could just skip it. But I do plan to make videos on how to set up QB4, QBox, ESX. So I think that is going to be it. Let me show you how to properly close your server. At least I believe. This is how I was always taught how to close the server. So First, just go ahead and stop it. You don't really have to do this. You can always just close this. I was always told to just stop it first, and then just do Control C and N key. And you can close that if needed. Sorry. That's for liveries I'm trying to make. But, and then I go ahead and stop. And then I would not click quit personally because it will crash. Then you gotta go task manager. It's a whole hassle. So never click quit on AMP. That's something to tell you. But I think that's going to be it. I hope this tutorial helped you very much, as it was about 31 minutes long. So have a good day. See you next time.